Hi, this is Aaron with Zollotech, and I wanted to let you know this is going to be a little bit different video. This is a video of the actual over-the-air update of Froyo onto the Droid Incredible. Now, I did start to make another video of showing you the apps on my phone. People have asked, what Android apps do I use? Well, when that happened, I got the over-the-air update, and it popped right up. As you'll see here in a second. But I just want to give you a little bit of an introduction because it was a little bit different video. It's very long and is basically waiting to give you a real sense of how long it takes to do the update. So it may be a help video for those that are concerned about how long it's taking, that sort of thing. So that's about it. Let's get on and we'll show you that. Oh look, there's a system update ready to install. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. Finally, it knows it's available. So let's go ahead and hit install now and see what we get. And I may have to stop this video and continue it here in a minute. So I'm not really sure what it's doing. Oh, it's rebooting. So we'll make this also an install video. So that's pretty neat. We'll see what it does. So this video is going to be a little bit longer probably than I expected, but since it happened real time for everybody to see it, that was pretty fortunate. Now this is my favorite Android phone personally, like I said. Just the size of it. I really like the screen. That's pretty much it. I just like the form factor. It's a nice phone, other than the camera, and hopefully this fixes it quite a bit. So you can see it's updating right now. And it keeps going. We'll see what happens here. That's fantastic that happened, though. So, we're 4 minutes into the video. I guess, you know, we'll wait for it here on video. But if you want to fast forward, you can. If not, hang tight with us. We'll see what happens. And we can kind of go through this together, and hopefully there's some nice changes. The only other phone I have right now with Froyo on it is the Droid 2. There should be some updates coming soon, I hope, for the Droid X. And then we can do a real comparison. But once this is done, I definitely can do a comparison of the Droid X and the Incredible and see what we get. It's still going. So we're about a minute in, I guess, a little bit more than a minute into the update that it's taking. I don't know if you can see, that's a little version of the Incredible right there. I didn't expect it to reboot. I thought it would download. Maybe it already did download and I wasn't aware. So like I was saying, I use goggles a lot. A couple other apps I do like that I can show you are Listen for podcasts. It's a great podcasting app. You can listen to it streaming or on the fly. Really, really like that. So we're at about the 2-minute mark, roughly, of the install. So this could take a little bit of time, obviously. For whatever reason, I find the Incredible to be the fastest of the phones. That's just my personal experience. I feel the Droid 2 to be a little bit sluggish, and maybe that's 2.2, even though it's supposed to be faster. I don't know. I did have the opportunity to try out the Samsung Galaxy on T-Mobile. Or whatever they're calling that. I forget what version it was. I was able to try it out. Much lighter than I expected. Hopefully I can get one of those to test out. But it was really fast, very responsive. If you haven't tried one out and you're considering Android, go check one of those out. You may be surprised what you think of it. The screen is very vibrant. Actually, it's called the Samsung Vibrant, I believe. Check it out, and it's worth a look if you like Android. It's somewhere in between the size of the Incredible and the Droid X. It feels like it's at the perfect sweet spot. This screen may be too small, the other Droid X may be too large. It's right in the middle. It's nice. So we're 3 minutes into this, I guess. 3.5 minutes or so. And it's almost done. You can see that mark there. Almost done, but you see the reflection of me in the camera also. So a little difficult to get that out of the screen here, but we'll wait. We're getting there. So there we go. Looks like it's just about done. Maybe they'll reboot, I'm thinking. This is the first over-the-air update I've done on a Verizon phone that's Android powered anyway. Did that on the Palm Pre, and apparently there's another update coming for that soon. We're almost 8 minutes into the video. Had no idea it would be this long, but I figure I'll show you the full update process if you're interested. If not, you probably skipped this already, so. Come on, you can do this. It's holding up pretty well. Doesn't seem to have any scuffs on it, really. Pretty decent phone. There we go. Looks like it's rebooting. We'll see what we get. It looks like Verizon's eliminated this altogether, this little touch thing, on most of their newer phones. The Droid 2 doesn't have it. You don't really need it. It's an alternate option. So obviously it's doing something. There we go. Rebooting again, I guess. That was a little scary. No status bar this time. And I do like to show the updates in real time, so that if you have questions as, you know, oh no, did my phone fail? Should I turn it off? This is taking too long. What is this symbol? You know, you kind of know what to expect. Since these are review units, I'm not quite as concerned if it does fail, because you know, it's Verizon's phone, and I'm doing this per their instructions. So, you know, we can always hopefully get another review unit if that was the case. Where with your own phone, you know, you may not be so fortunate, but Verizon's pretty good with their warranties and things. And if, you know, you brought it in there and you got the legit update over the air from Verizon, maybe not so many issues. So from the start of this to the install, it's been 5 minutes. Oh, and here it goes again. I was hoping that was it. Maybe it was downloading before, now it's installing. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. At least we got a status update, or a bar there this time. There we go, another reboot. Good thing the battery's full. Maybe that's what it was waiting for. I don't know. There we go. It's actually booting up this time. That's great. Definitely a different startup than before. Instead of just saying Incredible, now you've got the Verizon Droid. Can't say I'm a huge fan of that. The whole killer phone idea. I don't know what that's all about, but somebody came up with it and it seems to work. Definitely appeals to the geeks more than, say, your average consumer that, say, someone like Apple or Palm is going after. Did we get a lockup? What's going on here? Not really sure. I guess I'll wait a minute, and it's not responding to any button pushes. That's interesting. We'll give it about 20 more seconds and see what happens. Alright, well, let's hold down the top button and see what happens. No response. I don't want to yank the battery. I'll give it a few more minutes and we'll come back. Okay, so I've only been gone about 30 seconds. What we see here is it's taking quite a while, but these lit up first on the bottom, and then all of a sudden it did this: preferring phone storage, no service, it'll take a minute. Oh, that was unexpected. I dragged that down if you saw that, and now it's just saying HTC. The nice thing is this is over the air, whereas something like the iPhone, you have to have it plugged in. If it gets unplugged during, you might have just bricked your phone. At least here, it's completely the maker of the phone's, I guess, fault per se. So you could probably bring it back to Verizon. I'm sure they'd help you out with that if you couldn't restore it. So that is one of the good things about having over-the-air updates, I guess. This is taking much longer than I expected, but it's nothing compared to any other update I've done on any other phone, so not too bad, really. Okay, then. Well, I guess it will let it do its thing. I don't want to hang on to it anymore, so we'll just hang out here and wait for that HTC symbol to go away, and hopefully we'll get something. I would like a status sign or something to kind of give us a little bit of comfort in this update. Well, I guess we'll come back in a couple minutes. Okay, just as I push stop, it said this right here. Congratulations, your phone has been updated successfully to version 3.216.605.1. I guess that's it. It says 10%, and we've actually got a status here this time. The question is, it's been updated. What is this? 16% of what? What are we waiting for? I'm always a big fan of the status. Now it did say that it was updated. It's kind of strange to me when whoever creates these ROMs and phone updates doesn't put some sort of status. You know, I would think for the more nerdy or geeky people that Android appealed to at first, you might get some sort of status update that says, you know, 35% restoring your local settings or something like that, just to give us a hint of what's going on. That's always a nice thing to have included in here. At least that with some other phones. I hate to keep bringing up Apple, as I know most Droid people hate that, but Apple or Palm, when I've updated them, give you some sort of status constantly. And I have to say I would have liked to see that on here, but it looks like we're up. Let's see if it works this time. Nope. So that's interesting. We do get the unlock screen, but it does give a percentage here as it's doing it. If it'll go back to sleep. Yeah, so I've got full control of the phone. If I unlock, it goes back to 60%. It's kind of interesting. Unexpected, I guess. So come on. 67%. So those of you that may worry about doing this update, you can see it does take quite a while to do. Hence the length of this video. It's still going. So after about another minute or so, this came up. So let's go ahead and skip, because I don't need to learn how to type. And now what's it doing? It's loading. I thought it's loaded quite enough. I was hoping that would be it, but it wasn't. There we go. Maybe that's it. Alright, so we're back. So, that's not bad. Still very responsive, nice and quick. Android apps come up nice and quickly. Alright, so we'll look into what's new after. But to continue with the apps, after the update, I use a couple different things. Okay, so instead of going back into all the apps that we just did, I'll make a separate video and I'll kind of piece this back together at a different time. That way you don't have to sit here and watch both videos. But here's the update. Seems to be about the same. Obviously there's going to be some changes. What those are specifically right now should be the browser and flash support. But we'll look into those in another video. This is Aaron with Zollotech. We'll see you next time.